Breaking: Soros' massive fraud uncovered. Billionaire George Soros has been a champion for the left in his funding of leftist organizations supporting socialism and opposing capitalism. The Daily Caller's investigative group studied Soros' financial holdings and determined what he says in public is hypocritical when compared to his financial holdings. It was discovered he has investments in firearms, fossil fuels, fast food chains, and a number of pro-capitalist companies. His most recent quarterly submissions to the Securities and Exchange Commission revealed that the pro-socialist had many holdings tied up in capitalist ventures. The report showed Soros Fund Management has invested in companies that are widely opposed to liberal activists, his supposed allies and supporters. Matthew Vadum, Senior Vice President of Capital Research Center, a nonprofit that investigates where various organizations receive their funds, pointed out the hypocrisy. Soros is a socialist in ideology, but a capitalist in methodology. So, George Soros is a bundle of contradictions. His quarterly reports reveal several large investments in left-wing companies and organizations that likely help him keep pace with Democrats, but many of his holdings are also in capitalist companies. One example is his energy and environmental investments. $26.5 million were put towards the Climate Policy Initiative, a nonprofit out of San Francisco that seeks to limit the impact we have on climate change. Yeah, because that will also help in his New World Order agenda, open border agenda. That's why he's investing that. Yet other investments such as a $4.4 million in Peabody Energy, the largest privately owned coal company, and tens of millions in various companies that work in oil and natural gas are part of the climate change liberals worry about. Soros even invested in San Leon Energy, an oil and gas company operating in Moscow, despite violating Security Council demand for withdrawal back in 1975, making the company's operations in the country illegal. Soros also has roughly $1 million invested in Capitalism, one of the U.S.'s largest supplier of hunting equipment. What would really shock his leftist supporters is his massive holdings in fast food organizations, despite the left's controversy surrounding minimum wage and the allegations of their contributions to the nation's obesity. Soros has $317 million invested in left-condemned food companies such as Mondelez, which sells Oreos, Kraft Heinz with its junk food brands like Kool-Aid and Pringles, and various fast food chains like Wendy's, Papa John's, and Buffalo Wild Wings. He also has $14.4 million invested in Monsanto, a world leader in the use of genetically modified foods. He doesn't care about the people. Only his bottom line. Soros's investments would fly in the face of a massive number of left-wing agendas, such as those found on Wikipedia: gun control, climate change, limiting carbon emissions, boycotting fast food chains who refuse to increase minimum wage, and many, many other issues that Soros claims to be supporting are in his investment portfolio. It's pure irony that he is only able to fund those causes with money obtained through the very institutions he claims to despise. Isn't that hypocrisy at its finest? But when will the left wake up? Vadum put it best when he criticized the hypocrisy, saying, "This is a man who hates freedom, hates markets, and yet is brilliant and almost unparalleled in his grasp of how markets work. The contradiction in George Soros' financial holdings and his public activism shows the true nature of the fake socialist billionaire. He receives good wishes and praise from unwitting liberals who fail to recognize the champion for their causes is in actuality fueling the very companies and organizations they despise. It would seem Soros publicly promotes a socialist agenda, but secretly recognizes the value of capitalism when it comes to his bottom line. I just said it. He's interested in his bottom line. He could care less about the leftists. He wants open borders, and he wants to be part of the elite in the New World Order, where the elite control everybody, and that's the bottom line, like they say it. And that's what he's doing. And he gets his little cheap minions. He pays 10, and 2,000 are there, but only 10 are getting paid because the other idiots are just following along. You see where I'm going with this? Absolutely. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.